morning, good evening. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. I'm so excited. I
Very,
think.
very good, very good. Okay, so let me introduce everyone here to Lorena, who is a fiber artist, a YouTube content creator, a writer, a glass artist, and so many wonderful things. So I hope we can get to know her a little bit more today, and thank you again for saying yes to my idea to interview people.
Great idea, I think.
Yeah. So I always like to start off maybe by finding out where you are. So tell me where you are located now in the world.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you this invitation. It was really nice, and I think I'm nobody in the knitted world, so So really appreciate your invitation. And
Nobody is anybody. We're all just
yeah.
knitters and
Let's
creative.
have fun. Yeah. That's the issue. I'm in a city, a little city in England, at the east of England, called Leigh, which is my last name on sea.
So fun.
So weird.
It's perfect.
Yes, I came. Well, I'm from Chile. I'm Chilean, and I came to London first 2 years ago, and then 6 months ago I moved to Leigh.
Okay, very nice. Hold on one second. I apologize, but my dog just opened the door. So
I love it.
typical. Typical distraction. Every time I get onto a call like this, he comes in because he's like, I don't want to miss anything.
I know. My 2 cats and 2 dogs do it exactly the same. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So you are living in England now, but you are originally from Chile. And your background, I didn't comment on your background, which we have the Aurora Borealis, right? Is this what this is?
Yeah. Very, very mystical. Yeah,
It's
magical, I
beautiful.
think.
It's beautiful. And like you were saying before we started recording, this is kind of like your signature. Like if you watch your videos, you can see these colors and it's very cool.
Yeah, and Instagram, I like this destruction of colors, multicolors, and and then my podcast, I make when I make mistakes, I put this yellow and magenta background. So yeah, with a different voice, and yeah,
I like
it's
I
just
like that a lot.
fun, having
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. That's what this is all about. Okay, cool. So Chile, I think that's amazing. And soon we will do our podcast in Spanish, which I think is going to be very fun as well. Um, but tell me a little bit about the difference between Chile and England. What do you see? What is the biggest difference between the two places?
Yeah, well, I think the most important difference is the landscapes, because in Chile I lived in the capital, Santiago, and with my view, it's just the snowy mountains of Los Andes, and now here is the coast, so I have the sea. Actually is the Thames estuary, so it's not proper the sea, the North Sea.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, this is and the language, of course, because English is not my native language. So yeah, and the accent in Essex, which is Leigh is in Essex. It's completely different from London, so it's a little complicated to understand. I understand most of the words of English, not talking in English, but yeah, this is the most important difference.
Yeah. I can understand what you're saying about living in a place where maybe the dialect is a little bit different, the accent. When I first moved to Spain, I lived in a very, very small village outside of Seville, and I couldn't understand anything.
Anything.
Spanish was just something I didn't know what they were saying, and
Yeah. But you said it's Spanish? Oh my God.
yeah, what is this language? I can't understand.
Yeah. My neighbors, I said, can you say again? They said, and say again, and said, please, one more time, because it's very hard to understand.
And probably using like different idioms or like phrases or things that maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know, people, it's difficult. It is very
it's
difficult to
difficult.
live in a
Yeah,
foreign country and try to understand everything that's going on. Also, culturally, a lot of times I have found that I understand now more Spanish and the people because I understand like the context of life here. You
yeah,
know, maybe they're talking about it, some kind of thing that's happening in the neighborhood or something that is like some famous people or some pop culture, and it's easier to
yeah.
understand.
But
Yeah.
culture, I think my last name is English. My family came from England, so deep down, I have always felt identified with
Really?
England.
Of
Uh,
course.
so it's not quite different in that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. So it's lovely that you are able to go and to live there now and
Yeah,
to be experiencing this
yeah.
other continent.
It's just because my husband's job.
Yes. Do you think
That's
that in
the
the
main
future
reason.
you will go back to Chile?
I don't know. I don't know. He's British, so and we feel very comfortable here. So I don't think so. I brought my cats, my dogs, so probably not. Just visits. Or yeah.
Uh, Very good, very good. And I just saw in your recent podcast that you had to cancel or miss out on the event, the event
Yeah.
in, where was it? In Menorca?
In
Mallorca?
Menorca, yeah, it's in Menorca. Actually, it's supposed I'm going tomorrow. Yeah, it's a knitting meeting with I can't remember the name. Tunki Crafts. There's an Instagram. Yeah, it's just 2 days, but yeah, EasyJet canceled the office in Southern on Sea, which is the airport. So
And was this going to be the first time that you visited Spain?
Menorca, no, I used to worked as a flight attendant for 7 years. So yeah, many years ago.
So you've been
So
to many places.
I have lucky and I know Spain just Madrid, Barcelona, just the typical yeah.
Okay, well, someday soon, when the world is more normal, we have to
Job.
organize a meeting here in Granada because we have
Oh,
many knitters here in Granada.
that's
Um,
with me. Yeah.
yeah, and also in the future, I would like to go to England because I have some friends there, and yes, we have to, all the knitters, we need to come together and hang out and spend some time. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, cross fingers.
Yes. Okay, so tell me, what are you knitting these days? What are you working on?
Well, I just making the swatch. I have here kind of things. I don't know if the background
A
allowed me
little
to
bit.
show you, but it's the swatch for a sweater in black. So it's
Okay.
so complicated to knit it with cables and there. With cables and yes, a sweater for a friend who asked me, and with 100% merino, so it's so soft and yeah. But this is the final summertime, so can you imagine to knit warm wool with 29 degrees? It's quite hard.
I know. I have many
Yeah.
whips like
And other
waiting
things
for the
is
cold.
my design, which is I show in the podcast as well. It's Val Paradise, which is
Beautiful.
Valparaiso, which is my city, the city where I was born, and is with textures, and in the center double knitting, of course. You know. So, and the last one, I have four projects at the same time. This is another test, another top-down sweater for
Belén, ¿no?
which is a friend in Chile.
Okay.
And I cast on the, what's the name? A tunic, a glacier tunic for Hockey Locatelli.
Yes.
For the hockey folk
Very nice.
2020. Yeah.
Very nice.
So there's a lot of projects.
A lot of projects on the needles.
Yeah.
I was listening to you in your podcast, and you were saying how when you are knitting, you are thinking always about the next project, no?
Exactly.
And the most exciting is like the creativity and thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? What yarn am I going to use? And then when you're knitting, maybe you're thinking of the next. So.
I think because I enjoy most the process of creation more than the proper knitting.
Yeah. I agree with you.
It's the same when I make a tattoo, the tattoo is in my skin, and I can feel the pain or nothing, because I just thinking in another design to
yeah. Very nice. Let me ask you also, what are you wearing? Are you wearing a hand knit?
Yeah, this is the Julie Knits in Paris design Gaudi sweater, which is pretty Barcelona. Let me stand up a little bit.
It is.
I make a little difference because I have not too much yarn so the sleeves, it's just 3/4. I don't know how you call
3/4.
And it's shorter, and I changed this stripe here, but yeah, it's nice.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. And what yarn is that? Because it's very nice yarn.
This is merino superwash for Mr. Wool. Mr. Wool is a Chilean dye.
Yes, of course. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, it's beautiful.
It's
very beautiful. Yeah, I saw some people last year in Barcelona knits wearing this sweater.
Of course, everybody knits the Gaudi, and the next one it's the Gaudi cardigan, which is the second one.
Yes, very cool. Yeah. Did you go last year to the Barcelona knits? No, okay, because I don't remember meeting.
I never been in Barcelona, Netherlands. And today they launched the Barcelona this year, online, but it's...
Well, today I think that they are going to have a video about it, but the actual event is in November. So in November, November, I think there will be the online courses and also online marketplace.
You see and you can book your class since I think 2 days more. You can pick up your class and booked for that.
They're probably really interesting classes.
Yeah,
it's exciting. And
different.
So also all of the vendors will be selling online, and most of them will be offering discounts or things like this or special items. So we have to pay attention when it's Barcelona knits time and get ready. We have to start saving some money now so that we can.
Instagram will be explode, I think.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, so exciting. Okay, so tell me a little bit about how you entered into the fiber world. How long have you been working with fiber as a
Yeah,
knit?
I learned as a year of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, my aunt taught me with a notebook with a lot of in that case it's samples, but now you call swatches. You know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I have my first swatch notebook at the age of 5, and but I think in 2016 I saw a cardigan made, a jacket made by grannies, and but I don't know how to crochet actually. So I I start a group of in Chile. It's Oveja de Barrio. It's a store which is it's near my house. So I start to crochet. And after that jacket, this is with my mom in Chile right now, my husband asked me for a Starsky cardigan. I don't know if you remember this television series with this Starkey and Hutch.
Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. I'm gonna look
In
into
the
this.
70s, I think.
Yeah, 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 but it's very famous.
Yeah. And I found the pattern on Ravelry, actually.
Wow. Very nice.
Just one pattern for this cardigan. But I realized that I didn't need with a pattern. I just need, if I see something, I just copy and and make measures and but never with a pattern. And I couldn't read this pattern, so I went to Mundo Belli, and I know Joanna, who taught me how to read a pattern.
Wow.
And I made this Starsky cardigan. Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Do you have any pictures of this cardigan?
Actually, if you wait a second, I have the cardigan here.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
If you want, yeah, go get it. I'm gonna work on picking up these stitches.
Yeah, sorry.
Very cool, very
But
cool.
you can listen to me, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
This is
Oh my God. That's beautiful. This is like
this
one
is
of the first things that you made.
Sorry?
This is like one of the first, this is the first thing that you made. The first
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
from the Granny Square cardigan. That's
yeah.
amazing.
When I returned to the needles, yeah, this cardigan with a huge belt.
Yeah.
Huge belt. Yeah, and this is honeycomb stitch. I don't know. Wait a minute. I just
No, it's okay.
no, it's fine. Okay.
I can see, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe if I put it me in
It
between.
is
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. It is so difficult for like your first, but you know.
Yeah, I always it's suppose I have to make simple things with any technique, and I can't. I need the challenge to make something stunning, and yeah.
Amazing. That's beautiful. Very nice. And so since then, it's just been knitting, knitting, knitting.
Yeah. And then when I came to London, my job is editing books in Spanish. So I have no other job here, any activity. So I start to knit and knit and knit, and I can't stop.
It is definitely an addiction. That is,
It is.
it's a good one. It's a good
You
one.
know, I recent get this book today.
Yes, I was going to say, can you
There's
read
a
it?
quote. Yeah, there's a quote here, and a book. I marked it for you.
Tell me, can you read it?
And you said this, I marked two.
Okay, go
One
ahead.
is, you know you need too much when you find yourself stalking a man in the grocery store, not because he's really good looking, but because he's wearing an iron sweater with a cable you are trying to work out.
Yes, exactly.
And the other thing, it's, you know you need too much when, without your knitting, you feel lonely.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I will bring knitting in my bag like everywhere I go because you never know. You never know if you have to sit and wait somewhere or yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so funny. We are such knitting.
it's a need.
Yeah,
Need
absolutely.
is a need.
Absolutely. That's too funny. And so what is this book? Let me see the cover again.
The
The
cover,
book, what's
okay.
the name? A
It's
Knit End.
a need,
Meditations for women who knit too much. Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice.
And
And
it's
then
a narrative. It's a book. It's not a knitting book. It's not without stitches and without no patterns. No, it's just to read, just to meditate, and
it's
so
beautiful.
funny.
Very nice, very nice. So, okay, so we can talk a little bit about your writing career because you are a multifaceted creative and not only a knitter and a glass artist, but also a writer. And so, tell me a little bit about this. So, you just published a book, yes?
Yeah, yeah. I've been published in a collective anthologies a couple of times, 3 or 4 times, but at the time of doing alone, I felt it still lacked revision. So when I came to London, I said, okay, that is the moment. It's time to be to make a book alone. And in March, in March, I published Pie Forzado, which is the name of my book. I don't know how to say in English because Pie Forzado it's an exercise uh, to make in the literary workshops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they the teacher or the writer told you a clue and you write about it. So this is Pie Forzado.
I would say maybe this, I don't know if it's exact, but I could say that it's like a writing prompt.
Yeah,
Writing
yeah,
prompt. But
could,
it's more
could,
poetic in Spanish because
yeah.
you're saying
But
like,
I like the name in Spanish. Well, the book is
of
Spanish, so
course.
Pie Forzado, and there is a collection of 23 short stories in any styles. There is fantasy, there is science fiction, there is city stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, and so where is this available? Where can people get it in the digital version? Can they get it in paper? How?
Yeah, right now, well, the main book it's in Chile, where my printed it's there, but I put it on Amazon, digital and physical, of course, because it's the only way, you know.
Yeah.
Because of pandemic, it's too difficult to deliver in Chile as well. So I said, okay, digital is the solution, and on Amazon you can put your physical as well on demand. You know, if you ask for a copy, they print it just one.
Okay, fantastic. So I will leave the information down below about where you can find this and very nice. And
Yeah.
do you see any relation between the written word and the knitted stitch? Like, is there relation between knitting and writing for you?
Yeah. For me, everything around us it's a kind of inspiration. So sometimes an idea for for a short story make me sense to a design, knitting design, or a glass and a glass piece of yeah. For example, this Valparadise, which is called in this own design, is coming because I'm writing about Valparaiso.
Really?
And yeah, and in glass I made this how do you call elevators in the hills, which you call ascensor, which is
Elevator, lift,
elevator, but this is a funicular.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's around the hill. It's not. It's not an elevator. Just up. No, straight up. No, it's just across the
like
hill.
an
It's very
escalator.
typical in Valparaiso.
Okay, so it's like stairs going up like an escalator.
Yeah. But it's an elevator.
And so it's mechanic.
It's mechanic.
Like,
yeah.
Electric. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. An escalator.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So in Valparaiso, there's an escalator that goes up the hill.
There are a lot. Yeah.
Very cool.
A lot.
Very nice.
There's one of the attractions of Valparaiso. It has Valparaiso has 52 hills.
Wow.
Which is so funny because here in England, a hill, it's like I don't know, Notting Hill. It's like a Notting Hill. It's just
not a hill.
Really. But yeah, probably in Valparaiso called mountains because it's too high. But there's 52 hills, and around of 20 something this kind of elevators around the city.
Wow, very nice, very nice. And so your knitting is also related to, did you say that you were writing a story about Valparaiso also?
Yeah. It's
all connected.
It's connected. Yeah.
Very nice. And you were saying in glass also. In glass you were making the escalators.
It's not escalators actually. It's how do you say? It's I said I can show you a picture of that, but it's a cabin, like an elevator, but
okay, it's like, and it goes like this through the air.
No, it's just up to the hill, but follow the shape of the hill.
Okay.
You know.
I don't know what that's called.
On my Instagram, you can see pictures.
Okay. Yeah. I will have a look.
Yeah, but
I'll put pictures in here.
All the things are connected. All the ideas are running in the same direction. It's yeah.
Nice, very nice. And so, working with glass, how long have you been doing glass work for? This is also something that you do. This is beautiful.
Glass is truly my passion. My passion. Yes, I love the material. It's very different material as others because glass you touch, if you touch it, you can feel solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's liquid actually. He's yeah. I can talk about glass all day. So
okay. Nice, very nice.
Because it's truly my passion. Yeah.
Nice. And now you have an oven. You have an oven to make.
Yeah, I finally When I moved, I left my big kiln special for glass. Two kilns in Chile, and I brought a smaller just for jewelry or little pieces of glass. But now I bought medium size kiln for glass, so I start to experiment.
Nice,
I'm
nice.
so excited with this.
So do you make like bigger pieces? What are you working on now?
Bigger, it's just 30 centimeters. I think it's the most, yeah, it's the biggest I can make. It's yeah,
Okay. Mm.
because if the kiln is too uh, massive, you can't connect it to the house electrical system. You need a special requirement. So this one I bought is special for home.
Mhm.
So
It's like the biggest that you can get at home. Very
yeah,
nice.
but it's perfect for the things I love to make.
Very nice. Very nice. And so how do you make things? Do you recycle like old glass to make new glass, or how does that work?
Yeah. I recycled a lot bottles, but and when a glass is broken, of course I took it and don't throw out, just make things with it.
Oh,
but there is a special glass for fused glass, a little bit expensive. But yeah, there is a special because you have to put in the kiln high temperature and yes. And the other thing is stained glass for windows or panels, and this is yeah, another kind of glass. And the window glass is used to painting and put it on the kiln, and yeah.
oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
Very nice. Very nice.
plates and decoration for home, and buttons. Did you see my glass
They're
buttons?
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, buttons or beads or yeah. There is a massive quantity of things you can do with glass.
Yeah, you can make a glass yarn bowl. No? A yarn bowl.
Lovely, yeah. But I needed, yeah.
Although it might be a little bit delicate and dangerous. You have to be very careful. But if you're
Yeah,
careful,
but
we are careful. We are kniters. It's okay.
you give me a really good idea.
I
The
know.
challenge is to make this loop to put the yarn.
But you can be creative with this. Maybe I have seen just like a hole, but
Yeah,
then you cannot change,
yeah,
I like this because you
yeah.
can.
I prefer that with the spiral. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you can make beads for the stitch markers and things like this.
exactly. I have a bookmarker here with beads.
Beautiful.
Super.
Very nice. Oh, that's so fun. I used to work with ceramics. I would make different things with ceramics,
Great.
flower pots, and really just flower pots. I would make different shapes, and I would make like a tree, like the trunk of a tree, or a face, or things like that.
Fantastic.
Very nice. So I
And
I
not
had a
anymore?
not anymore because my neighbor had a ceramic kiln, but now she had to close the shop, and now it's
Oh,
very difficult to find a kiln.
yeah. But
Oh.
there sometimes there are places where offer the just the kiln
Hmm.
service. I, I
I
I have a couple, but yeah, I think in Barcelona and Madrid. But if I try to find something to give you the tip of
yeah. No, it was something I was doing a few years ago, and I was enjoying very much. Um, but then I started knitting more, and knitting is more portable. You can bring the knitting on the bus, you can bring it to a bar, you can bring it everywhere. So
yeah.
knitting is kind of just a
Yes,
more flexible
you're
craft.
right. Yes, more flexible. Yeah, you can carry with your stuff. With yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
but
have your kill on your back.
yeah, yeah, or the big heavy ceramic and your wet hands and everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it is really beautiful and also another fun thing to work.
yeah.
Very nice.
Another kind of therapy, I think.
Mhm.
You make things with your hands, so this is the point.
Everything. Constantly making things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice. So tell me a little bit about your Reto Teje Tres Palabras, your knit three words challenge. Do you have it with you and your Tokapu hat?
I made for the challenge. I made this Tokapu scarf with double knitting and Tunisian crochet.
Incredible.
Which is the challenge for me to combine these two techniques and reversibles, and I've never knit double knitting before that, so I love it. I love this technique to the point of not wanting to knit in another technique anymore. No, I'm a really fan of double knitting.
So you learned how to do double knitting to make the design.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Exactly. Oh my god, I'm shocked.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful.
Not too complicated. It's just to concentrate. Need concentration is just that, because it's not easy. It's not complicated. It's easy. It's just knit and purl, but in a sequence you provoke these two layers of the knitting.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's not complicated at all.
Yeah.
And then when I knit the scarf, I think in a hat, and I just have the hat ready, and I write the pattern right now. And there's a difference because the scarf is knitted in flat, and the hat is in circular, with circular needles. And this is a little bit more complicated, a little bit.
Okay, but it's like a progression of like a course in double knitting.
It is. Wow. And now I'm thinking about the bag.
Yes, because I was watching your podcast, and the third thing, you said it in Spanish, something with an M, and I
Morral. What? Morral.
I don't know that word.
It's a little bag, but across your body.
Perfect. This is
small, but you can choose. You have to put your keys and your phone, and it's not too
So perfect for taking the dog for a walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So beautiful. I have never knit double knitting yet, but I'm excited and I want to try your pattern because
you have to. You love it.
And
I have the Tokapu collection.
Yes. I think it's beautiful.
And that's one of the best thing of this Reto Teje Tres Palabras, or Knit Three Words challenge. It's the possibility to create first, second to make this podcast, because in other way I can't. No,
me too. Mm-hmm.
And third, I know a lot of fantastic people, as you, for example.
Yeah. We met through this challenge.
Exactly. And another person, really, really nice. So yeah, it's a good challenge in every point of view.
Absolutely. And it's beautiful because now you are going to see your design that comes from your head, like around the world, like people from other countries, other places.
When the testing group showed me the Tokapu scarf, and
so beautiful.
My heart is exploded because I never thought that something like that would happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. And your cowl, I tried to make it in any point, in any lag in the middle of my projects.
I know we have so many things on the needles all the time.
I like your inspiration for that.
Oh, yeah, the
Empanada,
salteñas.
yeah.
Have you ever had a salteña? Can you get them in Chile? Or no, the salteña?
We have empanadas, but not a different shape, I think, without this.
The braid.
Yeah, but yeah. And now tomorrow it's the Independence Day in my country.
Really?
So there is a lot of empanadas.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a community of Chilean people there in England? Do you know anyone from your country?
There is one community, 2 or 3 groups, and they join for that festivals or kind of things. But I have a lot of British friends. So actually, it's no British. It's just from Finland or from or another countries, but living here. And as my husband is British, so I always join with this and make barbecue Chilean style for British.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I feel kind of the same way. I have a group of friends here in Granada from the United States, but most of my friends are Spanish, and like my partner is also from here, and so we spend time with his family and the people here. So I make barbecues like in the United States, but for people. So it's perfect.
Exactly. If you're living in another country, I think you have to live with the rules of this country. Yeah, for memories and talking in Spanish or these kind of things. I have the phone speak with my mom, or but here I try to improve. I try to improve my language.
You speak very, very well.
Yeah. And the only way is to practice and yeah.
Very nice. Very cool. Yeah. So let me see. I had a few more questions for you, like just fun questions at the end that I can ask you.
Okay.
So the first question was, what's your favorite fiber? Do you have a favorite fiber to work with?
Blue-faced Leicester.
Really? Very British?
All the time. Yeah. All the time. Blue-faced Leicester in the first place.
Nice.
I think it just a couple of months ago. And it's soft, but it's not as a merino, for example.
Yeah. A little bit rustic.
It's a little bit, but it's not itchy. It's fantastic. I like the look, and I like the feeling of knitted.
Yeah. I have only knit one scarf, my Chal Mercurio from Marianela. I knitted with BFL, but it was BFL sock. So it had a little bit of nylon. But I liked it, but I think I need more with BFL.
Yeah. Good.
Very nice. Okay, another thing. So as you might have seen in my podcast, I really enjoy the plant world and everything.
Of course.
So I was wondering if you have a favorite plant or any plant that comes to mind that you've been thinking of, or.
Yeah, in Chile, in my house, I have a huge lemon tree.
Oh.
And I think it's one of the thing I miss a lot, my lemon tree. So I like the smell of and here I plant a lemon tree.
Oh.
Peel the seeds and put it on ground, and I have two little lemon trees that size.
Really?
Yeah, but it works right now.
Oh.
Lemon tree. But I think about basil as well.
Basil, yeah.
pesto. I love pesto made with basil, and I love the smell,
Yeah.
the,
With
the
tomato and
in
yeah.
your fingers. I love pesto. So basil, yeah. I said that too. Lemon tree, lemon, and basil.
Very nice, very nice. Yes. Lemon trees. I love like citrus trees and the flowers that smell in the springtime. So beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm a
Here-
little bit worried about the winter here, so I think I put the lemon tree inside the house
yeah, yeah.
just in case. I don't know what is winter here. It's suppose it's too windy and too uh, probably a little bit snow. So yeah, I take
Mhm.
care of my lemon tree.
Yeah, yeah. Bring it inside for the winter. But you are near the coast, so I imagine that the temperature is not too extreme.
Yeah, yeah.
Very,
Hopefully, cross
very-
my fingers again.
yeah. Very nice. Um, what else? Oh, also I asked, do you have a favorite infusion or tea, or do you have something that
I'm
you
a tea lover.
are you?
I'm a tea
Okay,
lover. Any kind of tea, I like it.
nice.
Any kind. Yeah, yeah. Red, especially red, or but breakfast. English breakfast is for me the best.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you have tea time there? I've never actually really been. I've been in London for like 5 hours, so I don't really know England very well. But do you really have tea time in the afternoon?
I think all day it's tea time in
Always
England.
tea time.
Always. If somebody came to your house to, I don't know, to, for example, the movers are, I don't know, the
Movers.
movers, no, the guys who help you with the move, yeah, the movers. uh you offer tea. You can, in the meantime they work, you have to do want a cup of tea, of course. And I drink the tea without milk.
Hmm.
And here, the drop of milk, it's inevitable. You have to put a drop of milk. Yeah, yeah.
I don't really like very much to put milk in my tea. I like it just plain.
No, no. I don't like milk, actually, so I just drink tea, plain tea.
Beautiful. Um, Another question I had for you was, what's your favorite knitting technique? But I think you've already answered this.
Yeah, yeah.
Double knitting all the way.
Now, double knitting. Yeah, yeah.
Double knitting. I'm excited. This is something that I want to try before 2021. I'm going to put the goal to
Yeah.
try double knitting before 2021. But I have so many projects in my head. I don't know when I'm going to do it.
When you knit it, you realize that it's too easy to make it. Yeah.
Never gonna go back. Nothing is going to be the same without double knitting.
It's not for all things, garments with double knitting. It's too weird because nobody wants a sweater with two layers. It's but with accessories, a shawl, or part of the, I don't know. I think in the reading, for example,
Hmm.
here in this part, or
The collar?
the color, yeah, the color of a sweater made in double knitting. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Very nice. And I didn't ask you about how do you say it? Tunisian crochet? So
Tunisian crochet.
Asian crochet. So do you need a special crochet hook for this, right? It has like it
Yeah,
hangs down.
yeah, because it's the original. It's like a large needle
Mm-hmm.
with a hook at point,
Okay.
but now there is a crochet the size of a normal crochet, but with a cable.
Okay,
you know
like the knitting
because
needles.
you keep the stitches
Mhm.
and then crochet to the other side. So in one way you have all the stitches, and in the other side you can just one at the end. And for Tunisian, for the stitch that I make in the scarf, used double pointed Tunisian crochet, which is a crochet with hook in both sides.
Interesting. Yeah, that's also I need to try.
They're quite different. Yeah.
Typically, there's a podcast that I follow that, well, actually, many podcasters in the United States that do a make along in January, and it's called New to You. So maybe I will save these two techniques for January to do New to You.
New to You. Oh, I love the name. New to You.
New to You, MCal. Make along. Perfect. Or Mal. Make along? Yeah.
Oh,
MCal, no, that's Mr.
I look at that.
Yeah, New to You, Mal. So I think I might save double knitting and Tunisian crochet. Yeah, very nice.
In other ways, it's called Afghan crochet, which is from Afghanistan, I suppose.
Really?
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
I'll investigate this because I really don't know very much about it. Nice. Very nice. Cool. What else? If I were in your space this week, what music would you be listening to?
Oh, depends of my mood, I think. But if I have to choose one, I said punk rock.
Okay. Very nice. Punk rock. Punk rock is perfect for knitting. It's great.
I like Sex Pistols, Green Day.
Nice. Very nice. Cool.
A little bit crazy and
yeah. Very cool. Okay, what else? Do you have any dream project or any technique that you would like to learn? Something for the future?
I like to improve double knitting. So this is the technique that I just focus now. And a dream project. I have in mind. I have one project for a long time, and I need to make this. It's a pair of trousers.
Do you know that is my dream as well?
No, really.
That when I invented this question, or when I thought of this question, it was because I am obsessed with making pants. I want to make pants. Yeah, so we need to talk about this, and this could be something that we can do.
Yeah.
I kind of want to make like leggings. I want to make like leggings, like something warm.
Yeah, but for me it's not leggings. It's just trousers. Yeah, because as I said, I worked as a flight attendant, and in Brazil I bought pants for surfers.
Okay.
You know, it's wide and I love it, and I use it for a long time. And when I came to London, I left in Chile. I don't know why, and I miss it. So I have to make a pair of trousers.
Okay, all right.
Well, yes, not. I think not this year, but my 2021. It's for trousers.
Okay, all right. Yes, we have to talk about this and talk about it.
Yeah, good coincidence.
Yeah, no, everyone. I think probably in every one of these videos, I've talked about how I want to make pants, and all of my friends know that I want to make pants, but still haven't done it. But I will. I feel like it's a lot of yarn, you know. You need a lot of yarn to make pants.
A lot of yarn and smaller needles.
Like really tiny. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But probably kind of like mine.
Project.
Like once you get the top part done, it's just like knitting in the round. So we gotta make that.
Yeah, actually the legs, that's too easy, you know, it's like a sleeve. It's just the front part. Yeah. Oh,
Waist
yeah.
and everything.
Oh,
Okay.
great. We have to talk about it.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So tell me where people can find you. How can people follow you? What's your
Oh well, in every Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, and everywhere, I am Leigh Handmade. So you can find me for that name. Well, Lore, it's because my name is Lorena. My name is Lorena, Leigh, my last name, and Handmade. And because I try to put all my crafts and art in the same place. So that's it, because it's not Leigh knitting, or no, it's handmade.
Exactly, because you have many things that you are making with your hands.
Exactly.
So perfect. All right, well, it was very, very lovely to speak with you, and I look forward to hanging out with you.
I hope people can understand my language.
You were awesome. You were speaking very, very well.
So
very impressed.
Sorry about that.
No,
but
you speak wonderfully.
Again, thank you very much for your invitation. Have fun, which is the most important thing in these times, weird times. So fantastic. Really, really, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.